welcome back to my channel. It is Friday, and even though I'm not going anywhere, I thought why not just throw on some makeup for a change. So this is like a get ready with me, just checking in to see how everyone is doing. All of my skincare has already been done, so I'm just gonna be figuring out some makeup look. I'm not really sure what yet, but yeah, so that's where we're gonna start. I'm doing this on my bed, so this should be really interesting. But we're gonna start with, and of course, I forgot a brush. Let me go grab that. And I'm back. Okay, so I'm gonna start with asking, how's everyone doing? I don't know what day of quarantine this is, but I thought it would be fun just to do makeup like I'm going somewhere. So I'm gonna be using my ColourPop No Filter concealer on the eyes just to prime them a bit. So how are you guys doing? How's everyone doing? I feel like the idea of being in quarantine and having to, I guess, be very aware of if you decide to go anywhere, if you decide to do anything, just being hyper aware of that and kind of knowing that you can't be around people, I think is really hard for some right now. I know that some people are suffering being inside because they feel like it's mental health, and being isolated not by choice can be really hard sometimes. So if you're feeling that way, just know that you can reach out to your friends and family. I'm okay with being, for the most part, I'm okay with the self-isolation. I haven't traveled anywhere or anything like that, but this imposed self-isolation just to help flatten the curve is so important. Moving on from that. Okay, so I put that on my lids and I'm actually using the Perception palette that Shayla launched with ColourPop. I actually have two of these, and the reason I have two of them is because I never wanted to particularly not have the shade Culture, because it's such an amazing shade. I love it. And I'm just gonna pop this into my crease. Also, by no means am I actually a makeup artist. I'm just a makeup enthusiast who really likes makeup. So yeah, and yes, I put it very high. And the reason I put it so high is because I have very, very tiny eyelids. I don't have a lot of eyelid space. I also don't know what look I'm actually creating. I don't. I'm just kind of going with the flow and seeing what I come up with. So yeah. It's funny, I don't really go out like ever. I'm very much a homebody, so that's a thing for me. But I have been watching a ton of stuff on Netflix, Crave, which is in Canada, and also really using my Prime Video a lot, and obviously YouTube. So I've been watching the animated cartoon Disenchantment, which if anyone has ever seen Futurama, I think the same guy created it. I think I Googled it and found out that he did actually create that. And it's actually really, really funny. I really like the character Bean. My boyfriend tells me that I'm like Bean, but I'm also like Elfo. So if any of you have watched Disenchantment, then you know what I'm talking about. It's a very, very, very funny show. So I'm just gonna blend out these colors. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. You can let me know if it looks good or not. I may move you guys a wee bit closer just so you can see it better. How's that? Good. There we go. I think that's a little bit better, right? Okay. So I put Culture, and now I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna go in with Revenge, which is that color right there. It's like it looks very red on camera. It's like a russet color, but I'm gonna use the same blending brush just because why not? I'm also gonna have to clean all these brushes afterwards, which is fine with me because I actually really like having clean brushes. Ooh, I wasn't supposed to, okay, that's fine. I'll make it work. I'm just gonna blend this out. Anyway, like I was saying, I've been watching Disenchantment with my boyfriend, and we watch it over the phone because we don't live together. So we watch it over the phone together, and it's actually quite funny. Anyone else do that? It's pretty funny to do it, but he and I have been doing it for so long that we're really used to it. So see, that just added a nice little bit of depth on top of that color. Just take a little bit more. Oops, put it on this eye. Again, I keep doing that. And then I want to start watching Narcos Mexico. Is it Mexico? The new thing of Narcos. I watched all of the first 2 seasons of Narcos and I loved it. It was so good. And I actually was really happy to hear when it had gotten renewed to come back with a new storyline. Always a plus. How are you guys? Look at that. Oh man. It's so crazy playing with makeup because I actually haven't worn a full face of makeup in a very long time. So this should be a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy watching me try and do this as I talk. And then there's another show that I was watching. So other than Narcos Disenchantment, I watched a couple movies. And I watched this one called Greta. It's a thriller about this woman who pretty much is like she's lonely, and she ends up leaving like a bag on a train, not a train, on like the metro, subway, and it's pretty much to attract people, like young women, to kind of like come and be her friend, and then you end up finding out that it's something much more sinister than that, and it was actually I liked it. I thought it was interesting. It didn't get the greatest reviews, but I actually think that the concept was quite good. I feel like that there are some bits and pieces where they could have gone a little bit farther, but they didn't, and that's perfectly fine. So now that I've done this, I don't know if I want to go in with anything from this palette or if I want to use from the I Love Steady E palette that she did with Dose of Colors. I feel like I'm going to stick with this. And I think I'm going to go in with Strut and Slay. And I'm going to use my Real Techniques brush that the name is rubbed off. No, base shadow brush. I'm going to use that. I think I'm going to go with Strut and Slay all over the lid, just to kind of add that little pop of glitter right there. It's like rose gold too, which I love. I'm just going to pop this here. Can you see that? It's so pretty. I'm just patting it in place. It is such a pretty color. I may deepen this outside with another color actually, just to add a bit more depth. I don't know, it's pretty. What have you guys been doing in this quarantine? I also have a lot of books that I've been reading. Well, I love reading. So I reread The Handmaid's Tale. I reread the second one. What I'll do is I'll show you what I've been reading. And then I also have another book I'm supposed to read. I got it for Christmas from my sister, and it's called Quickie. I can't wait to read that. And then my brother-in-law, my sister's husband, got me the Ali Wong book. Yeah, he got me the Ali Wong book, and I haven't read it yet. I'm going to get to that. It's on my little bookshelf. So that's that color on, but we all know we need something little. I think I'm gonna go in with Played Out in the, do I wanna go with Played Out? No, I don't think I wanna go with Played Out. I don't know. Actually, no, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. And my eyes really aren't done, but I think I'm gonna pop. I think I'm gonna take, this brush is way too big, but I think I'm gonna take a bit of Spill the Tea, and I'm gonna try, and this brush is way too big, but that's okay, and I'm gonna put it in the inner part of my eye. Just right there, just to add a little like pop or something. I'm gonna have to go back over this because I'm gonna have to put the highlight in the other part of, like the rest of my tear duct. That doesn't look bad. Okay. Base makeup. So, I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. I actually really do like this primer. I find that this primer is quite good. Ooh, really close there. But you can see there with the eyes. I'm just gonna, and yes, I washed my hands. I washed my hands before I did this. Okay. And then I'm going to be using my Smith Cosmetic 115 brush. I really like this brush. I wear a ton of foundation, even though this is more of a full coverage foundation. I still think that I can sheer it out. Like, it's relatively warm, but I like a warmer foundation. I think it makes me look a little bit healthier. Oh, lighting is changing because I'm using natural light. So sorry about that. I would love to know what activities you guys have been getting up to. Are any of you getting into cooking? Because I definitely got into cooking a lot. Even before this, I was already really getting into cooking and finding new recipes and things like that I thought would be fun to create. So I would say that it made me a little bit more adventurous, I guess you could say. I'm just gonna put a little bit more here because this is where I actually have quite a few beauty marks and freckles in my face. Lots of beauty marks. So I'm gonna use this just to buff it out. Has it made you more creative in cooking? Has it made you kind of like, I actually got more into meditation from this experience as well. I started using the app Headspace to help me meditate, and I started off with 3 minutes, then to 5. And now I can do a whole 10 minutes. Before I couldn't even sit still. It was really hard for me to like turn off like my mind, if that makes sense. It was actually very difficult for some reason. I don't know if it's because I'm so used to being on the go or always having something to do, but it was really, really, really nice to be able to just like unwind. So I've been doing a lot. I'm already really, really into skincare, but now I've gotten into it even more so. It's kind of insane. We're like, I literally do like face masks and treatments, and I think that's one of the reasons why I haven't really, I'm using the same brush, why I really have been into not wearing makeup and kind of keeping my face bare unless I'm doing this right now, which is kind of like, or if I'm filming for YouTube. So I have another get ready with me where the makeup is much more natural. I'll link that here if you guys want to see that. It's also a little follow-up with me from earlier before all this happened, having some life changes. I'm gonna use Fenty Honey. Watch me get this everywhere because it is a loose powder. I would completely get this everywhere, and I've done that before, and I'm doing this on my bed. I'd love to hear some of your favorite makeup products that you like to use, or even skincare. Love skincare. Let me know all the skincare secrets. And then, should I do, you know what? I'm gonna do my brows. I use Soap Brows. I got this. I use this all the time actually. In my last video, I used it as well where I talked about this, and I need Fix Plus. And I don't have a spoolie. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna spray a bit of Fix Plus. And then this brush is all messed up, so I only use it for the spoolie side. And I'm just gonna run my brush spoolie through the soap and pick some up. I'm just gonna come in so you guys can see. You don't need a lot of this. Like, I find that I can go a little overboard sometimes with the soap because I'm like, I want my brows to stick up. I want them to look big. And it kind of disrupts the foundation if I push it too hard. I'm doing this without wearing my glasses, guys, so this is actually pretty funny because I normally need my glasses to be able to see, because I can kind of see, but not that well without a mirror. With my Fenty matchstick in Truffle, and I'm just gonna lightly kind of sculpt the face. I actually don't wear a lot of this. I will admit that this is one of my favorite products from Fenty. Other than Gloss Bomb, which is everybody's favorite because it's amazing. I really, really love this matchstick. It's amazing. There's a bunch of stripes on my face right now. And there it is. Using a Smith 205 brush. This is actually meant for eyeliner, but I use my brush for what I think it's the best for. And I'm going to be using MAC Fluid Line Brow Gel Cream in Deep Dark Brunette. I'm going to go in with In the Nude. This is a Nudies by Nude Stick. This is In the Nude. This blush is like a peachy neutral blush. I actually like it for when I have on like everyday makeup, so it looks like a natural flush, but also if I'm doing more of a fuller makeup so that my cheeks can have a little bit of like a is afternoon snack. So I think I'm gonna go with afternoon snack. Hopefully you guys can see this. Ooh, shiny. And I'm just gonna buff this in the high point. And this is another Inglot brush. I like this brush because I can buff my life away with it. So I have like a sheen instead of it being like a stripe. You know how sometimes you can put on highlighter? I'll do that again here. And it looks like a stripe is on your face. I find that this brush buffs it out. And I feel like it makes it look more like it's natural, see? Ooh, pretty. Okay. Okay, so I've done all that. And now I'm just like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna spray my face with a little bit of Fix Plus before I finish, just so I can have that. Look how pretty that is. See, that looks nice. Okay, now we're gonna finish off with the eyes. And I've been using the Alouette Volume and Curl Mascara. It's really good. And I've also been using their brush is probably like, it's like has like flat and then it curves. Love that. So I'm just gonna pop some on the bottom lashes very lightly because I don't actually normally wear mascara on my bottom lashes, but because I have so much going on, I feel like it needs it. And it's just enough to like darken the lashes so you can see them. See what I mean? And then I'm gonna go onto my top lashes with this. This mascara, I don't like wearing falsies, by the way. I own them, but I don't wear them. I'm just gonna go in. This is this volumizes and curls your lashes. I also don't always curl my lashes. One, out of sheer laziness, and two, because I don't have a pad for my eyelash curler, so. I feel like putting on mascara is like tedious. Like, look at the difference between this eye and this eye. Like, they look good, right? Look at that. I think it looks great. It's a good mascara. My nose is running. No. Last but not least, last but not least is lips. Oh my God. Going in with ColourPop, what is this? BFF2? BFF2. This is BFF2 lip liner. As you can see, it's been well loved. I moisturized my lips before this as well. And I'm actually using, again, this is from Makeup Shayla's collaboration with ColourPop. This is Quickie. Quickie is a very, very light nude. Very light. And pop that in the center and blot my lips together. Just like this. But then we're gonna go on top of that with Neat Freak, which is also from Shayla's collaboration with ColourPop. I use a lot of Shayla's collaboration in this. Wow, okay. Take this and we're just gonna and that's that. I think that turned out pretty well. What do you guys think? I think it's okay. And no, I don't highlight my nose. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me attempt to try and do this and have a little bit of fun. And of course, if you guys enjoy just watching me do any videos like this, please give it a thumbs up so I know. Please leave a comment down below what you guys have been up to, any books that you've been reading, any skincare you've been getting into, any TV shows would be awesome as well. And of course, always follow me on Instagram, which I'm going to link here. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.